Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Destiny. I'm Death from Above. Today, I want to talk about a set of guns that have been crowding into my inventory a lot lately, and that's the mid-impact auto rifle. So we're going to go over my top mid-impact auto rifles. I've got 5 for you today. We're going to go through them in no particular order, although I will have a number 1. I don't have a 2 through 5, but I do have a number 1 choice for the mid-impact auto rifles, and we'll go over that in just a second. But we're going to start the show off with the first entrant into my list, or at least my current favorites. These are my current top 5. These may not be the all-time top 5, but these are my current top 5 mid-impact auto rifles. I am about to get destroyed by this one knight back here. Sir, I'm going to need to talk to you about some things. Hi. Please leave me alone when I'm talking. Anyway. Top mid-impact auto rifles. First entrant is the newest gun I've gotten on the list, the Vision Stone. So the Vision Stone is the Trials of Osiris mid-impact mid-rate of fire auto rifle. And the reason I'm so interested in it is it's kind of a Swiss Army knife type gun. It's not the most excellent at any one thing, but it's pretty good at a lot of different things. It's got a lot of options when it comes to stability. It kind of has a Kvastov feel with not a whole lot of difference in damage output, but it's definitely interesting. So it's a bit of a Swiss Army knife of a gun. It has a lot of different talents. It can do a lot of different things. It's got Send It, it's got injection mold, whether you want to go for range or stability. So if I wanted to put this thing on max stability, I could run smart drift control, injection mold, rodeo, and we have a pretty stable auto rifle. You can see it's not too bad, but as far as a mid-impact auto rifle goes, you can hit headshots with that pretty easily and have a pretty good time in it. It's good in PvE and PvP. I don't mind using these guns in PvE or PvP, so good hip fire, taking out the wizard. The mag size is good. The one thing I like about mid-impact auto rifles, and the reason this is that list that I'm doing, the mid-impact auto rifles, is they have the right mag size and the right damage output right now in Destiny, so they hit that sweet spot for me, where you don't feel like you're running out of bullets too fast. You do feel like you're doing enough damage, but your gun's not walking all over the place like a crazy full auto, fast-firing auto rifle. So it's just it's a gun that's in a good spot for me, and this whole archetype of mid-impact, mid-rate of fire auto rifles are right there in the spot that I like. So if I could avoid dying right now, that'd be great. So that's the Vision Stone. It's my first of 5. The second auto rifle that I really like right now is the Extremophile. So this is the Dead Orbit mid-rate of fire mid-impact auto rifle. This was one that was sold a couple weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, from the vendor in one of the Age of Triumph weekly resets. It comes with the reflex sight, high caliber rounds, perfect balance and counterbalance. Now this is a PvP machine. It's got all the goods, all the stability, good damage output, good range. You can hit a very far away target very consistently with this gun, with the perfect balance, counterbalance, and the high caliber rounds are nice. I feel like they bounce your enemies a little bit more than they normally would, and it's a good auto rifle for the mid-impact, mid-range. We've got to get rid of the Shrieker. It's gonna murder me. I can't see the damage. I don't know how close I am. I'm dead. So I like to do my videos live, so if that seems odd to you, and my kids do end up on the baby monitor sometimes when I'm recording, so I'm a very on-the-fly kind of guy, and I kind of like it that way, so it gives it more of a human feel, even though I am in human voice right now. So let's get rid of the Shrieker, the Extremophile. Why can I not see his damage? Anyway, sword for getting rid of those, and Extremophile. Boom, boom, boom. Some more. Some more. And there we go. Alright, so the Extremophile. Extremely, haha, I see what I did there. An extremely stable gun, good, it's good all around. I've liked it for a while since I got it. I did an Extremophile versus Continental God Roll Showdown. If you want to go check that out, just search that. And it beat the Continental by a lot, and they had very similar rolls. So I like the Extremophile a whole lot. I like it more in PvE or PvP than I do in PvE, but all these guns are very PvE capable. I kind of picked guns that were jacks of all trades. They could do both very well. So PvE and PvP capable. I like these guns everywhere. So this is the second on my list. Like I said, they're in no particular order, but this is the Extremophile. It is it's a fun gun, generally a fun gun. If you want a gun, if you want to go to the vendor and get a gun, if you're starting out in Destiny, that's going to be a very good all-around weapon. The Extremophile is your gun. So that is the second one. Maybe not number 2, but the second of the guns we're going to look at. Third and last of the legendaries the good old Iron Banner Year 2 auto rifle. This one is another one that's extremely good in PvP. This is Haakon's Hatchet, mid-impact, mid-rate of fire. Really, really good stability. It's got the same perfect balance, counterbalance, but it has rangefinder, so it means it's even more effective at range than the Extremophile is. If I could put this on the Extremophile, I would have an even more dominant gun. So this is a very, very good gun. I use this in PvE. I use it in PvP. I love an auto rifle in PvE when I'm just running around not wanting to pay attention, like I'm doing right now. When you just don't want to pay attention, auto rifle. So let's get rid of you fellas. Everybody have some of that, and some of that, and some of that. Everybody, let's get all of the damage. All of the damages. And we'll go a little sword action on him. And just get him out of the way. Hey, we did it. We found the key to the world's grave. Take out these fellas. A little bit more auto rifle. So this gun, it's just such a good gun. And this one's going to be a very hard one for you to get. You're going to have to do that Crucible bounty, the weekly auto rifle bounty, to get this gun. So you might have a hard time picking this one up now. So it's kind of a relic that's going to sit in my vault. I'll pull it out occasionally for a bounty every now and then, but it's a very, very good mid-impact, mid-rate of fire auto rifle. So let's move on to the last two, the exotics, and these are the ones that probably dominate the list. The first one I'm going to talk about, Zhalo Supercell. This is the PvE dream. This is the gun that can do PvE, it can do PvP. It's got arc damage, it's got you know, chaining lightning to the enemies. It's just got all of the things that you want in an auto rifle, all the things you want in a PvE gun. So I don't think I have to say a whole lot about the Zhalo Supercell. It's probably on the top of your list. You can see the bolts right there hitting everybody. We'll take a look at this one in just a second, but like I said, this is a gun that most everyone should probably know. If you don't know this gun right now, you should definitely try to pick it up. You can get it pretty easily, I believe, just from an exotic Ingram or something like that. So you shouldn't have much trouble picking this gun up, and it's a great, great PvE gun. I love doing the Arcburn Nightfalls with this. It's just such a reliable weapon. So it's really, if you throw it on max stability, it's very PvP capable too. So it's a very, very good gun. I like it a lot. It's not the top of my list, but it's up in the top 5. So here's the stats. I've got both the ornaments, the shock hazard ornament and the not a toy ornament. We'll go with the shock hazard ornament right there. Bolts from the blue. You saw that happening. Double kills, charge ammo, or charge a small amount of super and return ammo to the mag. It has persistence. It does have supercell. Projectiles can chain lightning to enemies when they're close together. I've got mine on aggressive. I can get a lot more stable. You'll lose some range, but I can get a lot more stable with it. But I like it kind of the way it's set up right now. So this is the Zhalo Supercell. It's the those are the other 4. Now, number 1 on my list for mid-impact, mid-rate of fire auto rifles might be a little bit unexpected, but it's because it's a gun that I've become very accustomed to using lately, and it feels nice in my hands. It feels like it's very functional. It's a very effective weapon, and it pulls the looks off very nice. It's the Monte Carlo. The Monte Carlo? Yeah, the Monte mother-loving Carlo. So the Monte Carlo mid-impact, mid-rate of fire exotic auto rifle. Let's take a look at it. So I don't have the Royal Flush ornament. I keep calling the Super Spy ornament the Royal Flush ornament. It's not. The red one's the Super Spy. Royal Flush is the gold one. I like having the red one. And without the ornament, it looks white. So it's I think one of the best looking guns in the game. It's the sleekest. I like the details. It's nice. I like it. It's a mid-impact, mid-rate fire auto rifle, kinetic damage, hip fire, Monte Carlo method, dealing damage, reduces your melee cooldown, and grants a chance to fully charge your melee upon a kill. So if you're using melees a lot, like smoke grenades, like throwing knives, all those different things, this Monte Carlo will keep those things coming very, very nicely. So I like using this gun a lot. It's very, very fun in PvP. It's very, very fun in PvE. All these guns, I'm considering them jacks of all trades. They do everything very well. So that's why they're on my top list. It's not just a PvP list. It's not just a PvE list. I just really enjoy this gun. All these mid-impact auto rifles. I'm glad we're at a time in Destiny, even though they're not as effective as they maybe once were, they're still better than they have been. And they're very good, in all honesty, in most things, if you don't want to. I love auto rifles because I love not having to concentrate. Like I said, so the Monte Carlo is my number 1. The other ones were not in any particular order, but this one's definitely my number 1. I love the Monte Carlo. It's my number 1 mid-impact auto rifle right now. I'll use this one a lot of times. I know Zura's sold it a good bit as an ornament package, and I've you know, I don't know why, but he has. But what about you guys? What's your number 1 auto rifle? Do you like the mid-impact? Do you like the high-impact? Do you like the low-impact? let me know in the comments which one's your favorite, which one you like the most, and what gun do you find yourself using the most in Destiny, whether it's PvE or PvP. Let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to chat about it, maybe get some inspiration, and just be generally interested in Destiny guns and what you guys like. So let me know what you think. I'm going to dance it out. I'm going to kill the rest of these fools, and I will see you next time. But until then, I am Death from Above, and I will see you later. See you, bye. Suck it!